feel like I've been here before, and I feel like this time I want to make a difference. It's weird because I was born in a different country, but I have such a connection to this place, and the only thing I can think of is that I've been here before at some point, and I just want to do right by it. If you're empowered with knowledge to do better and you don't do it, you're not a really good custodian of the land. The story of Western New South Wales, I guess, starts with land was opened up for grazing. People saw a great opportunity because of vast tracts of land. So large flocks of predominantly sheep at the time were brought here. I guess then the land was overgrazed because there was lack of knowledge about how to actually graze it, because no one understood the landscape. It's very different on the western side of the dividing range. That then led to land degradation issues such as erosion, droughts brought massive dust storms, no vegetation on the ground, no ground cover to keep the soil together. And so, even where we are here and where we have our seed nurseries, it was overgrazed, and we don't lay that blame with my husband's grandfather. It's just you do what you can at the time with the knowledge that you have. It's like anything in life. But now there's another intergenerational change, and what's come about is that we actually have knowledge. We have the power to make change. We have the technology to communicate with each other a lot better, and we're more open to communicating and taking on new things, and that gives our kids a much better chance of being able to do better again into the future. The approach that Landcare takes in landscape restoration or rehabilitation is to start small. Tick these small things off, and then your big thing doesn't add up to be such a big thing. So if you've got a massive project, or you think you've got, oh gosh, I've got this thousands of acres to do something with, do the little things first. And those little things all add up to make the big thing not quite so big. A seed nursery is it's a place that's fenced that you can grow pretty much anything, generally what's native to the environment, and you can either collect seed and propagate that seed or pass that seed on, put that seed out into the paddock, or you can allow it to naturally disperse out into the surrounding landscape. Dispersal of that seed can help in maintaining ground cover, and it's really important for ground cover because that retains the soil structure and the soil profile, and then as it dries up you've still got something there to hold the soil together so your soil's not blowing away. In a perfect western region, the whole place would look like a seed nursery, but in reality that's not the case. We have domestic animals that we graze. We can maintain those animals in the landscape along with their native counterparts and still have good ground cover and good soils, but sometimes we need little things like seed nurseries to help us along the way. The concept of a seed nursery is to grow seed that proliferates through the landscape. And the seed nursery in itself is a seed because it has sown a seed in other people's minds to think, yes, that's a great idea, let's do that. Let's have more than one. Neighbours look at it, let's do that. Let's tell other people about this as well. And it's just now a concept that's growing and growing and growing, and more people within the region want to put seed nurseries in. They can see that this tiny little aspect of land management is going to have a big impact on the paddock or the landscape that it's part of. The seed nurseries that we've chosen to erect are a hectare, so it's 100 metres by 100 metres. The fence is, it's exclusion fence, so it's 2.1 metres high. Animal proof, big animal proof fencing. cost of the nurseries at the time, it was about $3,500 for materials in the fence, and then depending on how you put the fence up, whether you engaged a contractor or did it yourself, it cost between about $1,200 and another $3,000 per nursery. So financially it sounds like a big thing to start with, but if you do it properly and it's well built, it is going to last 50 years. In 50 years' time, when I'm not alive, I'm hoping that my kids can see what can be done with such, I guess, little input. And there'll be seed nurseries everywhere, and those seed nurseries will be part of the landscape propagation and landscape refurbishment after drought, and maintaining some of that ground cover through drought, so that droughts really aren't so devastating on people, on stock, on health and well-being, animal welfare. Like, there's a whole range of really great things that can come out of the seed. If you're interested in seed nurseries, if you're interested in meeting like-minded people, if you're interested in doing something great for the environment in your landscape, in your part of the world, get in touch with Landcare.